Welcome back. We are still in Flash animation. This is still going over the basic tweens. We have done first classic, which was just our, let's just show you here, just our name or solid object moving around the screen. We then did shape tween, which was those pixelated items moving around the screen, like grains of sand. And now we're going to add another one. So first, before we get started, I'll make sure all my layers are locked. So I'll just click the lock button so they don't get ruined or damaged. And I'm also going to click the eyeball under both of them so I don't see them or get distracted right now. So I'll click new layer. And I'm going to call this one old school. Mr. O, you're old school. Maybe I am, and then maybe I'm going to teach you something right now. So old school animation or flip book animation is something we can relate to. We've probably all had the opportunity to get a notepad and draw a little stickman character or something going across the screen. Old school animation works very, very similar. We're going to remember that all the timeline is a bunch of pieces of paper lined up. If you see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 items animating, and the computer does all the work. In old school animation, we're going to do all the work. We're going to do each step as we go along. So for old school animation, we're going to get a character. So I'm going to use an oval. I'm going to draw him up there. Now, he is pixelated. I don't want to use pixelated because I'm going to drag him across the screen. And if he breaks apart at all on me, I'm going to lose half of him. So I'm going to drag a box around him, highlights all of it. I'm going to right click and convert him to symbol, which is one solid object. I'm going to call him Mr. Round. Alright, Mr. Round's ready, and he's ready to be animated. Now with old school animation, you want to be able to see the past, present, future of where your object's moving. So we're going to use something called onion skin. Onion skin gives us an image or preview of what's been happening. So you'll see it as we go along, and I'll refer to it back and forth as we move along. So we're going to add images every single step here. So we're going to go insert, timeline. I want to have the ball there again, so I'm going to go keyframe, but I'm just going to drag it over just a bit. Okay, oh, it didn't work that time because my whole timeline was highlighted. So let's just go like this. Insert, timeline, keyframe. There we go. The ball's there. Drag it over a bit, and you'll see the shadow there. That's the last image. Insert, timeline, keyframe. Drag it over. Insert, timeline, keyframe. And you're saying, oh, this is going to take forever. Well, there's also a faster way to do this. You can click F6, drag, F6, drag, F6, drag. Now I'm just going across the screen, but here, I'll go up a bit. F6, drag. Now what you'll notice is when you're doing this animation, you want the movement to be very small. If you do a large movement, it will look very obvious. Now the reason why I use the ball, because one of the projects for one of the student groups, grade 6, 7, or 8, will be a maze. So I'm hoping that you learn this technique. I mean, you can use shape or classic tween for this project, but old school is one of the ways to accomplish this. So I'm continuing to press F6 move, F6 move. I have the black selection tool on right now, and I'm almost done. There, alright. So you'll see the shadowing. That is the onion skin working. If it's off, you don't see the shadowing. If you wanted to see everything that happened, I can drag the onion skin. Watch this. Whoa, that's the motion. So I'll just take onion skin off. And let's check it out. Whoa. It's a lot more work, but you have a lot more control. So that's the old school tool. That is the third one you need to learn for your introduction to tweening or animating in Adobe Flash. Now let's go over them. First was the classic. Here's my name bouncing around. That's one solid object. The shape, we're going to add it to it like here. That is the pixelated one. And then we're going to add old school. So there's the 3 characters going around. Now when at this point the screen's pink and I can't see some of my objects, it's because of the layering. So if I just grab classic and drag it to the top, now Mr. O is on top there. So all the items are not being blocked. Alright, so prepare all those 3 tween animations and save them at the end. File, save as. Okay. FLA file is fine. Use your name, please, and save it to your student number.